Good everyone, welcome to today's video, and today it's a Spade review on the Ki-43-III-Ko. Now I know what a lot of people are going to probably think, oh this thing's a copy paste of the Ki-43-II. Not exactly, and that's my main criticism of most people who saw the Chinese tech tree and immediately thought, oh it's copy paste across the board. You're wrong for the most part. Now, I'm not going to say you're wrong for everything, because that's just dumb, because there are planes that are exact copy paste. Namely the I-16s, the HS-123, the I-15 Biz. There are a couple of planes that are also copy paste, but I can't be asked to go for every single one. I mean, the B-25J-30, that's a copy paste from the Russian premium tree. The D-28 is different. I'll explain how it is soon enough. But for the most part, most of their planes are pretty diverse with their actual differences between normal in-tree variants. And the Ki-43-III-Ko is no exception. Now, the main difference between this plane and the Japanese Ki-43-II, and obviously the American premium, which is exactly the same, it comes with a bit of a different engine. Now, there's not much of a power increase. As far as I know, it's only about 50 horsepower, but it does make a difference for this light little aircraft. Armament-wise doesn't change. 250 caliber machine guns, which they're good. They're good, especially with stealth rounds, which is what I recommend. If you're not used to Japanese 12-7s, I recommend the air targets. But they have good punch. These guns have good punch once you get them on target. Obviously the climb rate, it's very good because it's a Ki-43. It climbs like a homesick angel. The dive rate is actually pretty impressive for a Japanese aircraft. It's just when you get up to high speed, this thing does lock up a bit. It doesn't like to roll on its center axis. The rudder doesn't feel very nice, and just overall, it doesn't feel like great in high speed maneuvers. Now, there is another thing that makes this thing different from the Japanese Ki-43-II and the American premium Ki-43-II. This thing has limited WEP. From what I've been able to get out of it, the WEP only lasts about 7.5 minutes, roughly. Roughly, I may be wrong in the minutes and the seconds department, but I know it's somewhere in the middle between 7 and 8 minutes. Once the WEP does run out, your WEP icon will go grey, so you're not producing more power than what you think. You're just at standard horsepower, which is about 1,000, which is good enough for this light airframe. But I recommend saving the WEP for climbing. If you're doing a boom zoom attack on, let's say, a biplane, use it for that so that you can use maximum power. If you're doing a spiral climb, do that, but otherwise save your WEP. I recommend keeping it 100% most of the time. Don't WEP, because I do use the WEP a lot in this plane, and that's why I'm teaching you guys to not do that, because otherwise you may pick up a bad habit, and when you need the WEP, it's not there, and you could get yourself killed, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's jump to this thing. One other thing to note, obviously, I showed you in the modifications when we went to go and look at the belts. It doesn't have any bombs, so that's a bit of a sad thing because I wanted to use this thing in ground forces, but there you go. I'm sure there's other choices for me. But anyway, let's go and have a look at what this plane can do in terms of performance and all that. Now with the plane itself, did I have stock belts in this game? I don't think I did. I think this is my second flight, if I remember rightly. Um, the plane itself is very good with its performance. It obviously climbs like stink, because, well, it's a Japanese plane. It's light as a feather and has a great engine. Obviously, durability is non-existent, so don't be that guy who goes into turn fights for biplanes and expects to win when they set you on fire. Because this thing doesn't have self-sealing tanks. But to be honest, you don't really need self-sealing tanks if you don't get hit. That's why you climb it differently well, you play it differently to how you normally would. I don't think anything happens in the chat, but I'm just gonna put it on. I always like putting on the chat. Now, obviously, CW21. This is my first engagement. We're about 3 minutes in, and this CW21 pilot is gonna get a bit overconfident. He thinks because he's in a CW21, he's overpowered as shit. Newsflash, you're not. First kill. I was running stealth because I prefer the stealth rounds in the 12-7s for the Japanese. Obviously, I know it's a Chinese aircraft, but it's got Japanese guns, so, and it's a Japanese aircraft, so I can call it that. Obviously, I do need to start spading a bit more because I have actually stopped spading in China at the moment. Obviously, I'm doing a load of recordings today, and then I'll go and spade the DB3A, and then I'll go from there. But it's just because I wanted to use the H81 to get myself a bit further ahead. Then I could obviously go into rank 4 and start researching using the aircraft that I do spade. Now, obviously, I do have planes like the P-47D-28 Spade, the I-16 Type 17, and other things like that. And there you can see this Magnet 69 guy, he is very fucking desperate, isn't he? I saw him a few matches, in fact, I saw him in my first flight, and I saw him on my last flight, as well as this flight. And he appeared to have a bit of a, shall I say, a extension for me. I'm saying it politely, let's just say. He had a bit of an extension in the trouser department. I think it's because in all those games I killed him. Yeah, I kind of bullied the poor sod, but whatever. He shouldn't have gotten me gun sight is all I'll say. But as you can see, obviously I am weaping at this point, and the plane climbs like a god. It is really good with its climb. I do have to say that. There is a Hawk 3 on my team who is going to... I don't even think he pulls his weight, he just flies it completely wrong. I mean... He just doesn't help the team much, he just chases a C-200 for a good couple of minutes. There you can see over there, some poor sod's being shot by 3 planes. And... well, he's not going to have a very good day at the office. I'm going to go over and assist him. So if you can hear any, like, packet opening or whatever, I've just got a bag of Skittles in the desk. Yes, I'm 19 years old and I fucking love Skittles. Yeah, I've got a big bag of Skittles that I've got hidden in my desk to hide it from my mother because she loves Skittles as well. That's where I get it from. So if you never know, if my mother starts commenting on my videos, don't tell her where I keep my Skittles. Yeah, I keep like Skittles, I keep like custard creams in my desk drawer with all my PlayStation 4 games. Good pass on that I-15 there, obviously it's a Russian plane so it's not going to give a fuck even if I pour bullet after bullet into it. Obviously I'm scoring hits, see I'm scoring hits and it just doesn't fucking care. So I think, okay, Key 10's next. I was thinking of breaking off, but I thought, no, I'll press the attack. And well, it's funny how the Japanese plane burns and yet the freaking Russian one don't. That'll be my second kill. BF-19B1. Obviously, I'm taking shots carefully here, making sure I don't fuck it up or anything. But that'll be my third kill. That poor sod. At least I think it is him. Oh wait, no. It isn't. He's not going to be my third kill. I've just remembered. His fire actually goes out and he gets back to base. He's going to actually be my final kill. Well, there's a bit of a twist in the tail, isn't there? Obviously, I-15 Biz, pilot snipe. Don't think the pilot of that plane appreciated the 12-7 round going up his arse, but hey ho. I mean, it's like, I mean, it could be, I mean, it's painful, but I'm sure there are worse things that could go up your arse, but I'm not going to discuss that. But even so, I just think that if I was going to get shot, I wouldn't want to be shot in the arse. Let's just say that, because then I'd have to say, I quite literally got shot up the arse. If I was in pain, I would say that because I'm quite a funny person. But at the moment, I am actually down to about 16 rounds, so obviously I'm also out of web, so I thought, okay, I'll just go back to base, I don't care. And I'll just go from there. Thought I'd just have a quick skittle then. One fact, my favourite skittle is the black ones. They're blackcurrant flavoured, so I do love blackcurrant. Then it has to be, I love it how we've gone from discussing a Ki-43 to fucking Skittles, but then it's the strawberry Skittles, then it's the lemon, then it's the orange, and then it's the lime. I'm not the biggest fan of the lime. I'll eat them, but I've never been a huge fan of the lime. But then what's weird is, when it comes to jelly beans, I prefer the white ones. So I prefer like I think they're coconut flavoured. Side note, if you've never tried a coconut custard cream, they are freaking amazing. I once had them in Spain. I was on a family holiday when I was about 10, and we found these really, really nice coconut custard creams, and they were freaking divine. I haven't been able to find any anywhere, sadly, in the UK, so... But even so, we're now fully repaired and fully rearmed. We're now obviously going to get rolling. There's only two enemy planes, well, now one enemy plane left, and it was a BF-109. Unfortunately, however, that Maximus down there is dead, so it's down to me and an at-live Muppet, because I've been seeing a lot of those. And it's down to me and him. Now I did get a bit panicky there because I did hear a bit of a sandbog, but even so, I thought I'd drop down and see if I can find him. I do see him taking off. This is where I pull out the dive. The elevator does respond pretty well to around 350 miles an hour, and then it'll start locking up, so just take that into account. But I've spotted him here, obviously. I'm not going to vulture him. Never vulture. It's a scumbag move. Even if they are camping, I could easily just go for the vehicles, and I'm more maneuverable in a BF-19B1 anyway, so I could outfly him. But this guy didn't exactly have very good situational awareness. You'll see in a moment. But I had a lot of fun spading this plane. Really did. Just dropping it now on his tail. There's not much he can do really. Well, obviously I have the dive advantage. I have the maneuverability advantage, I have the roll rate advantage, I have the climb rate advantage, I have the firepower advantage. Well, to be fair though, I would rather have two 792s of German caliber on my plane than I would two 12-7s of Japanese caliber, but they get the job done. Fourth kill, final kill for the game in terms of air kills. I do race down there and get some ground targets before the end, but that's not really important. I get 3 vehicles in case anyone's curious. So what do I think of the Ki-43-Ko? Really enjoyed it. It's a great plane. Like I say, just watch that web. You only get about 7 minutes, and I know a lot of newer players love to ride the web. Obviously, soon enough, you will get your own Ki-43-III-Ko. So just take my advice and make sure to not ride the web, basically. Just don't ride it. If you ride the web, you look like a twat. And if you run out of web and die because of it, I'll laugh and then say, you should have left your web. Or you should have conserved your web, sorry. But yep, great plane. And before we go, I'll quickly show you my stats in the plane. 5 air kills, obviously 4 I got in this game. 8 ground targets, 3 of which I got in this game. And the first game was 1 air kill and 5 ground targets. So pretty good results for the plane. Really impressed by it. And, well, I'm looking forward to seeing what else China has in store for me that might be fun. I've heard good news about the P-38L at least. I'll see you all on the next one.